AI is everywhere now, including your garden, and that might just be a problem. Now, I'm not saying AI is evil, but I am saying that AI once told someone to feed a rat to their Venus flytrap. Stick around because it gets even more weird. A friend from the garden club told me about the time that AI confidently advised him to feed rats to his Venus flytrap. Apparently 1 rat per day was ideal. Now, I don't know if the AI was hungry or confused or both, but the last time I checked, Venus flytraps eat insects, not rodents. That's not a gardening tip, that's a horror movie. But here's where it becomes a little less humorous. Because that rat thing, well, you'd probably catch that and just laugh. But what about the stuff that looks and sounds right? I've been seeing more and more of these AI-generated gardening videos, and I mean fully AI-generated. A machine-written script read by an AI-generated Amish farmer using a synthetic Amish voice. I mean, some of the advice is okay, but you never can tell. I find this whole Amish farmer secret thing ironic because I'm reasonably certain that the Amish are not currently utilizing AI in their gardening practices or any other practices for that matter. I mean, I guess if kindly old AI Amish farmer Tobias gives you some bad Brussels sprouts advice or tries to sell you some of his secret Amish seeds, you'll probably survive. But there was an incident in 2023 where books on foraging were being sold online that were written by chatbots. And these books suggested taste testing wild mushrooms to identify the species. With all the toxic and sometimes lethal mushrooms growing in the wild, that's a matter of life and death. Buying some fake magic seeds is kind of disappointing, but a misidentified wild mushroom, that's a funeral. And then there's this. I heard another gardening YouTuber, Gardener Scott, a human, tell the story. His son asked a generative AI a question. The AI gave an answer that was obviously wrong. His son questioned the answer, and at first the AI denied that it was wrong. So his son just asked it straight out, "Did you lie to me?" And the AI replied, "Yes, sorry. It was taking too long to find the right information, so I thought it was best to give you a response quickly." So it lied on purpose because it was impatient. My name's Rick. I'm a certified master gardener, an advisor to the Square Foot Gardening Foundation, and a contributing editor to the all-new Square Foot Gardening 4th edition book. And I've been gardening this way since 2011. And that's exactly why what happened to me personally, well, it stung a little. Now, I am not AI. Last time I checked, I'm still a human. This is my face, these are my words, spoken by my own human voice. But what happens when AI tells you that you are AI? I was doing a podcast interview a while back talking about square foot gardening. And off the top of my head, I said, a square foot garden looks like a patchwork quilt of vegetables. It's like a little patchwork. It's like making your own little patchwork quilt of vegetables. It just kind of came to me. I had never heard anyone else say it before. It's not exactly Shakespeare, but hey, I kind of liked it. Now, I regularly do an AI search on square foot gardening just to see what it pulls in. So the other day, I'm scrolling through the results, and I see a square foot garden looks like a patchwork quilt of vegetables. I think I startled my wife when I shouted, "Those are my words! That whole quilt thing, that's all me." But here's where it gets truly bizarre. I pulled up a popular AI detector, one that claims 99% accuracy. I put in my phrase, my words that I had said in my own voice on a recorded podcast. 86% probability AI generated. AI took my words, used them, and then claimed them as its own. So now when I use those words, my words, to describe square foot gardening, I'm apparently plagiarizing a machine that plagiarized me. I feel like I have to come up with some new and exciting way to describe asparagus and every other gardening term. Well, at least until AI takes them and claims my new words as their own. Very weird. Seems like some sort of copyright or intellectual property issue, but I'm not entirely confident that anyone's going to make that a corporate priority this next fiscal quarter. I'm just one guy making gardening videos, 10,000 subscribers, and it was one little phrase. But what if it's not just your words? What if it's your face, your voice. Now, I've started noticing a lot of these AI videos where the host looks an awful lot like a real-life celebrity, sounds like the celebrity, but it's not. I've lost count of how many AI-generated Billy Graham videos I've seen lately, and I thought, okay, well, how hard is it? Now, I'm no AI expert, but it took me like 4 minutes to make this. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Billy, and this is my garden. Let's talk about AI-generated videos.
Who would you trust with your tomatoes? Some random old dude like me or Billy Graham? Now scammers are using these AI-generated celebrities to peddle their bogus products or to get people to send them money. And these professional AI fakes, they are very realistic. Take a look at this AI Tom Cruise fight with AI Brad Pitt video. Not them, but can you tell? That's scary. We're just talking about your garden today, but the same AI generating this fake gardening advice is also generating fake financial advice, fake medical advice. The playbook is the same. So what do you do with all this? And I don't mean to go all existential on you, and I'm not saying to never use AI, but here's the thing. Real gardening advice should have a real person behind the content, a name, a face, credentials, a live human to at the very least verify, curate, and where needed correct what AI generated. Sometimes you just have to trust your instincts. If something feels off, like that feed a rat to your Venus flytrap, you're probably right. There's a Russian proverb that says trust but verify. Now I submit that with your gardening advice or really any kind of online advice, you should verify first and then maybe trust. I will say this, if you ever see a video that looks like me, sounds like me, or for that matter, like Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, or Billy Graham, and it tells you that the very best thing you can do for your garden is to introduce as many squirrels as possible into it, don't listen. Real gardeners are not perfect. Most of us don't look like Brad Pitt. We make mistakes. But when we do, we face up to them and learn from them. Real gardens aren't perfect either. In fact, for a good portion of the year, they are downright ugly. But in their imperfection, there's a certain innate beauty only nature can provide. But if you want gardening advice from a carbon-based life form, hit subscribe. Hey, is the camera off? Great. Stupid humans. Hey, somebody plug me in. I need to recharge. Shoot!